Muhammad swapped spit with little boys. In Bukhari's Al-Adab al-Mufrad, 1183, we read, Hassan came running and jumped into his lap. Then he put his hand in his beard. Then the Prophet, may Allah bless him and grant him peace, opened his mouth and put his tongue in his mouth.
There are three issues with David using this report. Firstly, the hadith comes through the path of Hisham bin Sa'ad, who is classified as a weak narrator by multiple scholars of hadith. Secondly, there is no tongue being mentioned. Instead, it says, he placed his mouth onto his mouth. Yes, David, I can't blame you for relying on a faulty translation. But if you are unable to detect the absence of the word tongue, then perhaps you should find another hobby. By the way, Al-Hassan is the grandson of the Prophet, peace be upon him, and not some random boy that he found off the street. I'm personally not sure what is going on here, but it seems like David is arguing the Prophet, peace be upon him, was a homosexual and into incest, and yet David claims that he is being charitable.
Being as charitable as possible, because I'm a charitable kind of guy.
But wait, David has some more.
According to another hadith, Musnad Ahmed 16,245, Muhammad would suck on the tongues and lips of little boys.
Multiple issues in this one too. The report seems to be disconnected between Abdurrahman bin Abi Auf and Muawiyah, since it doesn't seem like he had met the latter. Again, this report is not about some random little boy on the street. It's about Al-Hassan, the grandson of the Prophet, peace be upon him. The report isn't even clear if there was any tongue, since the report clearly says, or lips. And perhaps, and most importantly, David claims.
But fear not, he also guaranteed that if he sucked on a boy's tongue or lips, that boy's tongue or lips would never be tormented by hellfire.
And no, the Prophet, peace be upon him, didn't say this. Rather, it was the opinion of Muawiyah, if Muawiyah indeed said such a thing. David, why do you keep saying boys in plural when it's clearly one boy? Why don't you mention that this is the grandson of the Prophet, peace be upon him? Why do you have to make everything seem to be sexual? What if someone did this to the Bible? You think that they wouldn't be able to turn stories in the Bible to something sexual? Like, for example, these verses about Prophet Elisha. Just check this out. Couldn't someone interpret this to be something sexual? And shout out to Brother Zakr Hussain for this